Man, it has been a crazy 2 weeks. I cannot keep up with everything going on right now. There's tons of news to talk about and discuss. I can't keep up with all of it. So I'm going to try to address a bunch of it in this video. But the big story to me is the Twitch story, and I'm going to get to that at the end of the video. That'll be the big discussion. So I wanted to update on Gone with the Wind because it is back on HBO Max. If you remember, it was first removed, and then they said they're going to bring it back with a warning. You're essentially getting a trigger warning in the movie. In fact, this isn't the only movie to get that. On Disney Plus, movies like Aladdin, even Aliens, have like these descriptions that say, this film may contain outdated stuff. It's really strange. I don't understand this, but whatever. Basically now, with Gone with the Wind, though, there's a video before the movie with a professor who explains that the movie takes place in 1939 and is a Southern war epic. Like, I guess you couldn't understand that from watching the movie. You blatantly need somebody to tell you it's from 1939 and it's a Southern war epic. But, I just don't understand. I think this is ridiculous. You should be able to watch this movie and understand this is an old movie and it may have come from a different time of our culture. I don't understand why that's such a hard concept for people to really get, but here we are. Here we are. And it just keeps getting worse. South Park has gone to HBO Max, except for 5 episodes. Those have been held back. I'm not too familiar with what's in a lot of them. It's been a while since I've really sat down and watched a lot of South Park. I do like South Park, but I haven't really watched a lot of it in a few years. If there's an episode that a lot of people are talking about, I'll go and watch it. The nice thing about South Park is you can, most of the time, just go watch it. You don't really need to catch up. Though I think they were doing like episodes that built on stuff over the past 2 years. Maybe I'm wrong, but like I said, I haven't watched a lot of South Park in a while. But apparently, you won't be able to find Super Best Friends or Cartoon Wars 1 and 2, and a couple other episodes are gone. One of them basically because of how a religious figure is treated. However, it's okay, and it's just such a double standard, and it really is irritating. I don't understand why we can't make jokes of everybody. You're allowed to make jokes about Christian figures. Those are fine. Those are totally on the table. But any other religion, that's an issue. That's problematic. I don't understand. Like, we should hold everything to the same standard if that's how things are going to be, but whatever. I think that's ridiculous. All of these episodes should be on there, but, these 5 episodes are not on there. How long until more of them are pulled because they're deemed too problematic? There's a lot of risque humor on South Park, and I'm really surprised they're still allowed to really push the buttons they do, to be honest, and not get canceled. They've tried a few times. Remember that Dana Schwartz was trying to cancel South Park not that long ago? Eventually, I think they will come for this series. So 5 right now are withheld. You can't get every single episode. I don't know how people feel about that. I think that's ridiculous. But HBO Max just bending the knee a little bit more and more every day, it seems like. Speaking of movies, here's another one right here, which I thought was kind of ridiculous. Petition demands M. Night Shyamalan's Split be removed from Netflix. I haven't seen this movie, but I believe this is the movie that ties into his Shattered universe. What's the name? I think that's the name. Oh, it's Unbreakable. So there's the Unbreakable universe. That's the movie with Bruce Willis where he was pretty much unbreakable. And he was a superhero. This was like M. Night Shyamalan's superhero universe. This movie takes place in it. I've never seen it. I know there's a sequel that contains this character and Bruce Willis's character. I haven't seen that one either. I don't know if they're any good. Tell me if they're good. Should I watch these? I did like Unbreakable. I don't know if these are any good. But basically, the character in Split has dissociative identity disorder. And people that have it feel that it misrepresents the character. Even though I think there's actually a lot of controversy surrounding DID. A lot of people don't think it's real and that people are just kind of making it up. The last time I looked, and that was a while ago, so maybe things have changed, it's not taken very seriously. So I think this is stupid. So is that what we're going to do now? We're going to go to every movie that people have an issue with that has some kind of thing that offends people, and we're going to try to cancel that movie? I don't know what to say to that. I think that that's ridiculous. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. Apparently there's a hashtag, get split off Netflix. Probably didn't even trend. Here's what's funny about MovieWeb and a lot of these sites is they will grab onto these things and bring them to light and make them into a big deal when it's not. Because as you can see, there's only about 1,500 people that have signed this petition. That's really not that many, if we're going to be honest. But that's enough. That's enough for them to write that up and talk about how the movie's a problem. Now, I want to show you this. So I went and searched get split off Netflix, and most of the people are talking about how, like, why are you being so sensitive? Like this, what's the problem here? You got this person. Thanks to this hashtag, I know it's on Netflix, and I'm going to watch it. I don't let other selfish people dictate what I can or can't watch. This movie's been out for 4 years, and there is a sequel called Glass. Where was your complaints then, hypocrites? Most of the people on here are making fun of the people that are trying to get this to be a big issue. Now, what's funny is all of these people that are laughing at the hashtag, none of them are represented in this article. They've just handpicked a few people that are actually outraged, and they show their tweets only. They don't show the other side. They only show these tweets. That's it. That's it. Hashtag get split off Netflix. I do not need my family thinking I'm a monster. If you don't understand how this can affect real people, look at how the movie Jaws affected sharks. I wish people were smart enough to not let movie fantasy cloud their judgment, but alas. Saying that Jaws made people afraid of sharks. Well, you should be afraid of sharks. A great white shark could take you out in a second. You cannot fight one of those off. At least very successfully. People have done so, but they usually end up losing a limb or something. This is a daily thing, but I just find these incredibly hilarious. It's like, come on. Now, the problem is a lot of these, anybody can go on there and say they have DID, but most people don't have multiple personalities. I think that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of controversy surrounding it. But, I'm not really up to date on that stuff, and I'm just kind of going off what I remember from like a college class a long time ago. So there you go. People upset over stupid reasons and want a movie to be canceled. So finally, the move for Splash Mountain. There was a big thing with Splash Mountain. This is a theme park ride in Disney. Apparently that's offensive for some reason. And there was a big campaign by probably 40 people who sound like 200 because they tweet hundreds of thousands of times a year. And because of that, they were successfully able to get Disney to change Splash Mountain to the Princess and the Frog. Splash Mountain's been around a long time. Really kind of stupid to change it. And you know what's funny is a lot of the people that wanted it changed have probably never been to any Disney parks and probably will never go to any Disney parks. Hell, they can't probably even afford to go to a Disney park. Going to Disney Park is expensive, let me tell you. Not cheap. It's not a cheap place. Magical place, most magical place on earth. More like, one of the most expensive places on earth. It costs a lot of money. Go in there, buy a hot dog, and be $10. Beer, $20. I'm exaggerating, but nonetheless, these people probably aren't going to be going to Disney parks anytime soon, but Disney's going to go ahead and cater to them. That's pretty much what's going on right now, is a bunch of loud, broke people are getting whatever they want. And people that our actual patrons of companies, they're getting the shaft. It's a very strange time that we live in. Finally, this is what I really wanted to get to. So it's coming out of Polygon. Twitch is now banning people that depend on these streams that they do over on Twitch as jobs in a lot of cases. A lot of these people might depend on this for income. They're being banned off the platform based on an allegation. That means nothing proven in court. Sometimes no evidence. Anybody can go and make one of these. And Twitch is like, well, we're just going to go ahead and get you off the platform based on no evidence and just a he said, she said. There's no due process here. And that's the real problem. It's pretty disgusting. A handful of users are already off of the server. And I imagine there'll be a few more. And it's been really hard to keep up with this stuff because there's a lot of stuff going on right now in comics, entertainment, YouTubers, Twitch streamers. A lot of people are getting hit with these right now. A lot of them are being debunked. There was a really funny one with Justin Bieber. The woman said that he was inappropriate, and he said he had the receipts and showed the receipts and said, I wasn't even in this town during this time. I was in a totally different city. And she said, I can't believe I live in a time where men provide and keep receipts. This is the state that I live in now. And she said, I got to get off Twitter. So let me get this straight. You're mad that Bieber provided receipts and proved that you're a liar, but yet you're still a victim? Okay. All right. It's crazy. She got a lot of tweets. She got a lot of likes and retweets on that. People like feeling bad for her. People were feeling bad for her for lying and not getting away with it. The craziest one, there was also one with Angry Joe. Basically now flirting is a problem. This is some crazy times. I hate cancel culture. I think this is ridiculous. And these are people, God forbid some Twitch streamer is on there, a big platform, and they use this as their income. This is their job. And they get canceled off of the platform over a he said, she said moment with no due process and no evidence. It's crazy. It's pretty unbelievable. It seemed like this stuff was kind of dying down a little bit, especially when you look at stuff with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and how that's going and how she's been pretty much proven to be full of it. And there's been a lot of cases like that. But now it's like firing back up, and it's even worse because now it's for a lot of the cases, it's like flirting. And that's a huge deal now. It's wild stuff. So this is what Twitch is saying in their blog post. We've prioritized the most severe cases, and we will begin issuing permanent suspensions in line with our findings immediately, Twitch said in a blog post, stating that it is still in the process of investigation. In many of the cases, the alleged incident took place off Twitch, and we need more information to make a determination. So the live streaming company has promised to develop better tools to deal with this stuff and rework its associated policies to create better detection tools for offensive usernames and chat usage. While the company did not outright name any streamers in the announcement, a Twitter account dedicated to cataloging bans from the service saw an uptick in posts that coincide with recent developments. So far, I Am Spoon, Bless RNG, Warwitch TV, Dreaded Cone, Wolf21 have all been taken off of the service. So that's pretty much what's going on here. I think that this is a problem. I don't think anyone should be banned until due process isn't done. If it's been taken to the law and there's been investigation, and some results come back that aren't in that person's favor, then sure. If that's what you want to do, fine. But taking them off of the service over he said, she said stuff with no receipts provided is a big deal to me, and I think it was a really big problem. And I think the majority of people agree with me on that. Now, I'm not saying if someone's in trouble and someone really did some stuff, yes, take them off. They deserve everything they get. But there should be due process. And it says, you know, all for this stuff, they're going to be taken off permanently. Well, what if they get proven innocent and vindicated? Are they going to be able to come back? What's the process for that? You know, if they get vindicated, are they allowed to come back? It says it's permanent. It's not temporary based on, you know, evidence and what happens in the future. It's permanent. How will they come back? It's assumed that every single case is the truth. And I think that that's ridiculous. Anyway, that's it, guys. Let me know what you think about all this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would, throw a like up, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.